It's interesting. We're going to look at a clip here by David Icke from 1997. And what he's describing in 1997 perfectly fits for 2023. It is as if he had said it 5 minutes ago. It perfectly describes what we're going through. Let's watch this.
This process of the intellect full of fear reacting against the intuition, which has no fear, is something that enormous numbers of people are going through. People have this feeling of what they really want to do with their lives, that they really think they really ought to do, what they really think they ought to say. But in comes the intellect, which says to the intuition, oh my God, you can't do that. Oh my God, what will the blokes down the pub think? What will the blokes at work think? Oh my God, what will the neighbors think, et cetera, et cetera. So we have this tension in the psyche between that part of us that wants to say, yeah, this is me, I'm free, and that part of us that's going, oh my God, you can't do that, put the dam up. And for me, it's the tensions created by this schizophrenia, this pull in two directions, which is responsible for the overwhelming amount of emotional, mental, and therefore physical dis-ease, disharmony in the world.
Can you feel the truth? Can you feel the absolute present moment accuracy of this statement? I think it's absolutely wonderful. If we look back and see, it's always been out there for us to grasp, to see, and so many have done it. But now it's happening at an exponential rate. It's happening at a pace that is almost indescribable, and we keep seeing how one layer after the other keeps falling away, and the truth is becoming more and more obvious to so many people. It is both a challenging and a very, very beautiful thing. It is actually quintessential to our expansion into the future. It's quintessential for us as human beings that are evolving that this happens. And David, here in the same interview that he, by the way, did for the BBC in 1997, goes a step further. He describes what he sees when he sees human beings. And just look at his life journey since 1997 and before to 2023, and watch what happens in the world and how accurate he was back then.
I think what we're going through all the time in our lives are experiences that we attract to us subconsciously so that we can face what we need to face to evolve. You know, when I see a human being, I see them symbolically surrounded by an eggshell. Inside the egg is the real them, the unique them, desperate to get out. This is me. The eggshell is that veneer of programmed self that is keeping the real self in there, the self that is enormous love, wisdom, understanding, knowledge. And it's when the egg cracks, like it did for me in the early 90s, and falls to the ground, that the real self starts to manifest itself. You're not a herd. You're not you're not something that someone else says you must be.